Welcome to another online tutorial from New Life Baptist Academy. This is the voice of Christopher Nader. Today's tutorial is going to talk to us about using another powerful technique in Excel, which is to show us the range. Range is the concept in math that says what's the lowest value and what's the highest value in a spectrum of data points. So let's say that we're looking at this sample spreadsheet of student grades on the quiz, and we want to know, well, what was the lowest grade and what was the highest grade on this quiz? In other words, what's the range of scores? Well, one way to do it would be to simply look at it and say, well, let's see, the lowest one looks like it's Peter at 68 points, and the highest is, let's say, Joshua. Oop, no, Rebecca's even higher than that, 103. And to put down the answer of 68 to 103. Now, when the data is only about 6 pieces like this, you can do that. So we might go here and put a label of range, colon, and make that a little different. We might want to make it a right text align right, which we got up there in the alignment sub window. And then we could just type in here the range is 68 to 103 points. And that would be an acceptable way to do it. But it's going to be cumbersome if the data has several hundred rows on it. So a better way would be to say to Excel, why don't you reorder these from lowest to highest? And the way to do that would, of course, be to select the data we want to reorder or sort. Right click, we left clicked and drag down to those 6 rows, and then we go to our data tab at the very top and our sort tab, and we now sort by column C. Column C is the grade on the quiz column, and we hit OK, and it doesn't do it very well. It put the 103 first and then 68 and then 88, 92, 97, 99. What's going on here? Well, what's going on is that we have confused Excel by having words, the words points, in the middle of the data. We don't want to do that. So we have to get those, we have to make those columns of data not have any words in them. So best way to, a couple of ways to do that. One way would just be to go to the column to the right and then enter the data again, this time without the words. We just type it in, and then let's move these numbers over here to the where they belong underneath the grade on the quiz header. So to do that, we select the data that we want to get rid of, right click, delete, and shift the cells to the left. Hit OK, and now we've moved just the point totals to the left. But they're still out of order, so let's do our sort again by clicking and dragging all 6 of the scores, all 6 of the rows of the scores, going back up to sort, sorting on column C, and from largest to smallest, let's change that by going the down arrowhead and make it smallest to largest. Click, and now it's very easy to see the range. The lowest is Peter at 68, the highest is Rebecca at 103. And then to make this pretty again, we would select these cells, go up to Home, go to the All Borders sub-window, click on the down arrowhead, and click on All Borders, and that puts our lines on it again. So, very handy technique. And you'll see that it also renumbered for us the rows from 1 to 6. So, this is a very handy technique to learning the range. The range is always from the lowest value to the highest value, and it's usually expressed just in words like I have it down here. 68 to 103 points. Okay, that takes care of how do you use the power of Excel to find the range. Thanks for learning.